why don't you come on in, introduce yourself, and
first of all, I want you guys to clap it up for yourselves. All right, clap it up for yourselves. Because for one, it's a very long season, and for two, it's a very grinding season. Am I right? Mm-hmm. It's very mental. But a saying that I like to go by is, you must go through it to get to it. Before I introduce myself, I want to finish up on that quote is, you must go through the things of life that obstacles will present themselves. The adversity you'll face. The challenges. The times of where you get doubted, the times where you get mistreated, the times of where you have to be the bigger person and walk away and take the high road. The times of where someone wants you to react in a different way, but you realize that the one thing that you'll always control in life is your response. No one can take that away from you except for you, is your response. I'm Kaz Langness from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This is not what I wanted to do. I did not want to be a speaker. I wanted to work in sports marketing, which I'm sure many of you love sports, and many of you might even go to school for sports marketing. Am I right? Yep. But the thing about that is, I wasn't committed. When I had the opportunity to work in that field, I wasn't committed. And then I got fired, and I asked myself, all right, what's next? But most importantly, I asked God, all right, God, show me what you want to do with my life. From then, a few months later, he opened doors to allow me to speak to athletes. And I love that because athletes are special. Athletes have something inside of them that no one else has. And that's what I'm going to hit on today, is resiliency. Athletes have resiliency built inside of them. Whether they know it or not, they have it. And what resiliency means is staying true to what you said you're going to do long after the mood you said it in. Allowing adversity to hit. Allowing challenges to hit. But realizing who you are and whose you are, most importantly. Because did Christ ever walk this earth without a challenge? No? But why do we want to give up when a challenge appears? Right? Why do we want to give up when the going gets hard? Why do we want to give up when we strike out? When we're not getting the playing time we think we deserve? Why do we want to give up when nothing's going our way? We're human. I can tell you before that I've quit things. And I wish I didn't at times, but I have. But I'm grateful for that because I realize quitting will never get me what I want to accomplish. If I don't stay resilient to what I said I was going to do, if I don't stay resilient and realize that these challenges are actually trying to help me become the person I'm supposed to become and who God wants me to become, if I don't stay resilient throughout that time, I'm going to be nothing in this life. I'm not going to be able to use the gifts that God has given me, that God has given all of us, to further his kingdom. Because each and every single one of you in here has a gift inside of you. First baseman. You probably can pick better than the third baseman, right? Catchers. You probably can catch better than a left fielder, right? I once had to play catcher, almost had to play catcher in my Little League game growing up. And I was always a pitcher and shortstop. And my coach was saying, all right, Kaz, our catcher 6A is not here. You're going to have to catch. I told myself, I'm not catching. There's no way I'm going to allow a little kid to hit me with the bat that doesn't know how to drop a bat after he hits the ball. And luckily someone else was able to catch or else I would not be here with you today. My head would have been gone. And so we all have something in us, a gift. But why are we trying to use what the world wants us to be and use the gifts of the world and not the gifts of God? Galatians 5:17. For the desires of the flesh are against the spirit, and the desires of the spirit are against the flesh. For those two are opposed. Notice how it says opposed. Not together, but opposed to one another, to keep you from doing what you want to do. Honestly, when you face that adversity, when you face that hill, you want to complain. You want to quit. You want to acknowledge that, why is this happening to me? Why do I deserve this? But then you realize, one, Christ walked this earth having to go through 40 days, 40 nights with the devil, who, if you ask me, anytime the devil asks me something to do that I shouldn't do, sometimes I want to, right? We're sinful. But then we realize we have that heart of gratitude. We have that heart of peace, the heart of love, the heart of understanding. We realize that we have a heart not of this world, because we've been found by Him and we live for Him. And so when the world wants us to have resentment, when the world wants us to have hatred, when the world wants us and the flesh wants us to be greedy, to not be humble, to seek our own good, we have to take a look inside of us and ask ourselves, what is this ever going to do for me? Where is this going to get me in 5 to 10 years? What is this going to do for the person who I want to serve? Because when I say serve, I don't mean washing someone's feet. I mean serving them by being a good teammate, by picking them up when they allowed 4 runs in 1 inning. When your shortstop allows 3 errors, commits 3 errors. When the guy at the plate, your cleanup batter, struck out the last 10 at-bats. How can you serve him? By words of encouragement, by words of love, by affirmations that are going to be positive. Because if he sees your head down after he strikes out, where's his head gonna go? Where's his head gonna go? Down. It's probably not gonna go up. It's probably gonna go down. So having that heart and having that spirit inside of you, using the gifts that you've been given, resisting the flesh. How can you not be romantic about baseball? But how can you not be romantic about life? Life's beautiful, guys. Honestly, it's so beautiful. I was able to catch your guys' game yesterday. The first game. And I want to say I'm proud of you because you fought. Did I want to see a grand slam? Absolutely, I sure did. But someone didn't hit the ball over the fence. But don't worry, because I would not have done it either. So I can't even talk, to be honest. But be proud of yourselves. First and foremost, be proud of yourselves. Because for one, I know that this team was bigger at the beginning of the season than where it is now. But by staying resilient, but by staying committed to one another, by staying committed to what you said you're going to do long after the mood you said it in, by staying committed to your passion, to your love, you're still here today. Because baseball is a long season. And in the off-season workouts, summer workouts, summer ball, sometimes you lose your love. But here's what I want you to take away from this. We don't burn out because of life. We burn out because life makes us forget why we do it. Life will never burn us out. We'll burn ourselves out by forgetting our why. by forgetting why we're placed here on this earth, by forgetting why we can use our gifts, by forgetting what the Spirit wants of us, and trying to seek what the flesh wants of us. Having that resiliency built inside of you guys, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's going to take you a long ways in life. A long ways. Because this world isn't always easy. It's a beautiful life, but it's not always easy, as I'm sure many of you know. And I'm sure many of you ask yourselves sometimes, why am I waking up right now? Why am I doing this right now? Why is this happening to me right now? But when you ask yourself that, flip that question. Because life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Me getting fired from that job ultimately was a blessing in disguise. Did I want it? 100%. I wanted to work there. But did I really want it? No. My flesh thought it wanted it, but my spirit didn't. When you want something, you're gonna know. You're really gonna know. Because you see doors open up that you never saw open up before. You see yourself getting to a place where you never saw yourself even being able to get before. You see a different version of you. The man that you're meant to become. Not the man that you are now, but meant to become in the future. For your family, for your wife, for your kids, for your career. Because we're going to have families someday. And sometimes those kids are going to get on our nerves. I don't have kids, but I can tell you they're going to get on our nerves. And they're going to ask us things that we can't always answer at the time. They're going to see us go through different seasons. And what we can do is instill that resiliency principle. Not just for us, but for them, because they picked up on things. You want to be the best husband. You got to be resilient. Because girls, whew, I don't even want to go there, but man, girls, they're a different breed. Man, yeah. And so, having that heart and having that resiliency and having that spirit inside of you to just not give up. Not give up on them. But not give up on yourself either. God's going to use each and every single one of you. When I say, how can you not be romantic about baseball? How can you not be romantic about baseball movies? Field of Dreams. Who's watched it? Oh my goodness. What are you doing tonight? Chilling?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll send you the link. It says, if you build it, he will come to you. If you build it, he will come to you. If you build that relationship with God, if you build on the Spirit, on the fruits of the Spirit, if you build what he wants you to do, not only will he come to you, you'll go to him. And why are we here? Can anyone answer? What's your name?
Jackson.
Jackson, why are we here?